25 capped player throughout the W League, spending time in Canberra and Perth over the last 6 or 7 years. She joins me today. I'll hand the mic over to her. We'll go through our starting lineups.
Thanks for having me, Kat. It is a beautiful sunny day today at Lakeside. And for South Melbourne, I'll just go through the lineups. We've got number 33, Zoe Haraxis. 19, Mia Hollingsworth. Number 18, Sky Jensen. 23, Adriana Jones. 22, Alexis Karatsikos. Number 6, Cindy Lay. 31, Sophie Papatsanis. Number 11, Jamie Pollock. Number 3, Sarah Richardson. 7, Hailey Richmond. And 8, Sophia Sakalis. On the bench for South Melbourne, we've got number 4, Emily Raymond. 29, Kiara Chronopoulos. 41, Miriam Anvari. Number 10, Georgia Candilas. And number 26, Catherine Fort Otto. On the other side for Heidelberg today, we've got number 10, Sydney Allen. In goals, we've got number 1, Christine Fonua, supported by her 2 sisters. Number 3, Lisa Fonua. Number 2, Monica Fonua. Number 7, Steph Gulia. 12, Daniela Galluccio. Number 9, Melissa Garcia. 4, Elizabeth Robers. Number 15, Bridie Siri. 5, Ellie Torrey. Number 18, Ellen Turner. And on the bench for Heidelberg today, we've got number 13, Izzy G. 11, Emma Langley. Number 22, Samantha Black. Number 6, Rebecca Saber. And number 21, Mia Mossman. Kat, before we kick off, what are your predictions for today's game?
Oh, look, huge for both teams. If we have a look at the ladder, this is opportunity for South Melbourne. If they pick up 3 points here, they could jump Boleyn. They played earlier this round against NTC. They got the win 6-1. So they're 21 points. So if South can win this afternoon, it pushes them up to 22 points. They'll sit below Calder, who only won 1-0 over Galluccio. I think we'll talk about that throughout the week, maybe the game rather. Some of their form maybe dropped off. They did lose against Boleyn on the Monday night and against probably what's underdone sign of Galluccio. You would think they'd maybe put a few more in with Zimmerman absolutely flying so far in these early rounds of the NPLW. But back to the game we have at hand today. Heidelberg a little bit scratchy and shabby against Box Hill team last week where they got done at home 1-0. So they'll be looking to redeem themselves here on what is a glorious surface at Lakeside Stadium. So I think it's going to pan out to be a really good battle. Lots of things on the line early on the season, whether that's ladder position or just trying to build some momentum throughout this early part of the NPLW. Looks like Heidelberg will have kick-off going towards the VIS end of the stadium and South Melbourne kicking towards scoreboard ends. Cindy Lay winning possession in the middle of the park. Quick switch out to the left-hand side. Driving run forward. Appeals for a handball. Heidelberg will get a quick start by South Melbourne. They're looking to go forward nice and early.
Yeah, I definitely think they will be. I saw them play last week, obviously, against Bayside United. And, they definitely can play football. They've got some very classy players, very experienced players as well in Pollock, Sarah Richardson and Cindy Lay through the midfield. So, I think they'll be definitely looking to get an early goal to get that momentum, and then from there, see what they can do. I know they're at home, so obviously they're going to be looking to step up the ladder here at home and keep Lakeside a fortress for themselves.
Great insight there, Maisels. South Melbourne happy to play it around the back. Cindy Lay again in the middle, busy early. Looking for the run of Adriana Jones there, and we know she had a great season with Melbourne City throughout the W League. So she's trying to make a name for herself through this NPLW with South Melbourne, originally from Adelaide. Throw in from Heidelberg. Turn on the wing there. Sakalis now in the middle. Turns out of trouble. Few too many touches there. Possession overturn. Sidney Allen, busy in the middle for Heidelberg. Finds Gulia. Again, great 1v1 defending. Pollock searching for options. New addition to South Melbourne's lineup here, Hailey Richmond out on the left-hand side there. It's moved across from Bulleen. Didn't see anything announced throughout the week, did you, Maisels?
I think she actually was there last week against Bayside, so but I don't think she started. I think she came off the bench late, so might have made the switch a couple of weeks ago.
And something we see happening with young players looking to get more football, more experience on the pitch rather than coming on late as a sub. So we wish her all the best in the new endeavours here at South Melbourne. Pollock now, as you mentioned, experienced player and linked well with Cindy Lay. Great turn to face forward. Jones has Fonua to beat. Fonua doing well, holding her up. In support, finds Lay. Drives into the box. Ooh, goes down. Nothing from the referee. Play on. Sidney Allen. Garcia has a few for company. They've got a little bit of a clip there on the ankle. Looks to be shaking it off. Some great support, if you can hear them in the background from South Melbourne. We've got the drums coming. So if you are in the area, Lakeside Stadium here for NPLW Victoria, come on down. We've got South Melbourne hosting Heidelberg United. Sidney Allen again, linking well with Fonua. Turner. Bridie Siri. Controlled well, but second touch picked up by Richardson. Both teams looking just to maintain possession and try and settle in these earlier 4 or 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and I think in terms of Heidelberg going forward, I think they're going to be super dangerous when they come through Sidney Allen and Garcia. Those two are a great little partnership and they work really well together. So South are definitely going to have to watch out for those two linking up, especially straight through the middle. I know that's where Heidelberg, although they do have Gulia out wide, that's where they like to come through the middle. Long ball out now for Hollingsworth. Driven into the box. Couldn't quite find a gap to get a shot off against Fonua, but yeah, that's another one, Hollingsworth, who's just come in for South Melbourne as well recently. She looks the business. Again, saw her play last week, and very skillful, very attacking minded. She will just drive at players. So yeah, both ends of the field we're going to see some really good attacking hopefully, and go from there.
So as we just wait, it appears Savias Salakis isn't happy with the match ball. Opts to get the reserve from the linesman. We have our first corner of the afternoon, South Melbourne. So plenty of numbers in the box. Jensen looking penalty area. Unfortunately, delivery not the best from Sophia Salakis. Junior Matilda representative was away in Thailand for a campaign 2 years ago now, I think it was, and was fantastic in a 3-2 win we had over Bangladesh. So one to watch for the future, and I know many have already heard of her name throughout the ranks of Victorian football, and of course her role at Melbourne City over the last couple of years. Jensen, tidy, finds Pollock. Cindy Lay again, looks to turn in the midfield. Turner running down that left-hand side, providing options. Fonua back in the middle. Sidney Allen busy. Good tussle Referee decides that was a little bit too illegal from Sky Jensen there. What other way do you put it, Aaliyah? It's against the laws of the game. Free kicks awarded. Allen puts it long into the box. Garcia wasn't able to direct at goalward. Gulia finds Siri, searching ball into the box. Great save, goalkeeper. Parries that out of the box. Turner again fires it inside. Eventually dealt with by Fonua. Sorry, Haratzis in goal. Sorry, Alexis Kariakis. I will apologise in advance for the pronunciation of these names. South Melbourne. Looking for Jones. Turner, forced backwards. Under that pressure there, concedes what will be South's second corner of the afternoon. See, sending players forward, Jensen, Richmond sitting on the edge of the area. Jones to take. Cindy lays short. Uses her. Two players out for Heidelberg. Finally cleared away. Fonua. Garcia working hard. And does well. Holds up the ball and just allows Heidelberg to clear their lines there, and they'll take the throw in on this near side.
Yeah, Garcia, again, definitely one to watch out for. Definitely the type of player I'd like to play with. Experience, can hold a ball up, and likes to bring her teammates into the game, get underneath and spin off and make runs. So, yeah, she will be one to watch for that South Melbourne defence. South Melbourne just trying to work the line here on the right side. Heidelberg under pressure again. I think South will want to find Adriana Jones in space. She can be pretty potent when she gets a ball in front of her. So they're also looking to get Sidney Lay driving into the box, maybe search for a cheeky little penalty if they can nab one. With classy feet like Cindy's, I think that it's probably viable. So here's Hollingsworth. Good feet on top of the box. Found Pollock. Richmond. Lost possession, gained it back. Hollingsworth again driving, looking for that square pass.
Bridie Siri with the ball here. Ball eventually rolls out. Not sure if you can overhear the crowd calling for it to be kicked out, and that's because we've got Sophia Salakis down at this scoreboard end. Looks to be clutching her ankle. I know she's had some troubles in the past. Hopefully it's something that she can run off in this early match. 10 minutes gone, 0-0 here at Lakeside Stadium in this round 9 clash for NPLW. Both coaches having a little bit of a discussion here. I mean, it's both teams I don't think actually realised there was a player down, so play continued. I don't think it was out of any malice that, you know, they wanted to take advantage of the additional player. So it's about 23, 24 degrees this afternoon. Both teams just taking the opportunity to get some fluids in. Decent crowd looking to pile in Lakeside Stadium this afternoon. We do know that there is a men's NPL match hosted by South Melbourne this evening. We'll get the details to you throughout the call. If you're in the area, pop on down for some fantastic showmanship of football within this state. And nothing better. What a great view we have here sitting across the backdrop, Melbourne CBD. A great venue for Melbourne Victory. I speak on behalf of Melbourne Victory. A very memorable 2-0 win in the grand final here in 2013-14. Crown champions. That was fantastic. Melissa, you've had a few experiences within W League at different clubs, Canberra, Perth. Do you want to share some of your highlights with those clubs you've had over the years?
Thanks, Kat. That probably was one of my the highlights, that grand final, that 2-0 win. I was involved. I was third choice keeper back then with Bree Davey as the number one. And, that win here was incredible. I remember the crowd being just massive, and I know that we do get big crowds these days. So for back then to get such a big crowd before the Matildas blew up, that was an incredible experience to just be a part of. Obviously, again, being involved in the grand final at NIB Stadium, what was NIB Stadium back then for Perth Glory, was also an incredible experience. So, yeah, lots of good memories, and just blessed to have been involved in the W Leagues, and hope to continue. Play's just resumed here. I'll pass over to Kat.
So just an update on Sophia Salakis. She is back on her feet, walking a little bit gingerly. Fonua finds Allen in the middle. Gulia in space. Good combination. Garcia, here she goes. Looks like she's got the pace over South Melbourne defender. Gets around her into the box. On her right foot, couldn't find the angle. Fortunately, wasn't able to pull the trigger there, but looks dangerous. Torre for Heidelberg. Fonua. Out to Turner. Support. Galluccio. Fonua again in the middle. Gulia in space. Finds her. Decent touch and control. Into the box. Chances there for Heidelberg, just not able to get it down and really have a shot to test the goalkeeper. Richardson couldn't keep that under control for South Melbourne. Plenty of space for Heidelberg in the middle at the moment. Another searching board for Bridie series. She's got a lot of pace to burn down that left-hand side. So far, it looks like it's Manua and Robers, plus Sidney Allen in the middle for Heidelberg, which are really taking control of this game early. Robers again. Danielle Galluccio. Looking for Garcia. Jensen. Headed clear. Steph Gulia to tidy up for Heidelberg. Ali Torre. South Melbourne defence backing off a little bit here, giving Heidelberg plenty of room. Happy to sit in. Turner. I beg my pardon. Sidney Allen. Jamie Pollock there. Looking to drive out. Neat little combination there. Crossfield ball cut off. And it'll settle here with South Melbourne's goalkeeper. Good opportunity now with the goalkeeper, as you would know, Mel, to get your team to sort of push up a little bit higher. We just said there, South Melbourne quite deep whilst Heidelberg in attack. Finding it very difficult to get out of their own half at the moment. But a little bit of pressure now, forcing Turner to go long. Be South Melbourne goal kick. Hopefully they can resettle their perhaps pre-game nerves here at home. A little bit on the line, as we said earlier. 3 points can put them into second spot. And unfortunately for South Melbourne and Sophia Sakalis, we've got an early change. So unfortunately, Sakalis succumbing to that ankle injury early on, 16 minutes in, and has been replaced with Miriam Anvari. Miriam Anvari, 41, has come on for Sophia Sakalis, unfortunately, due to her ankle injury. So hopefully she's okay. It's not too serious. Richardson, Turner for company. Fonua coming across, gets the touch. Oh, Richardson looking for the sneaky one around the back. South Melbourne applying a little bit more pressure now that they're in Heidelberg's half. Papasanis with the throw in. Miriam looking to get active early. One of their young prospects coming through the under-19s. Getting some senior game time this afternoon. Sophie, 2 for company, looking to try and win the corner. Turner does well. Looks for ground and goes up the line. It'll be thrown for South Melbourne. Bit of an ebb and flow to the game at the moment. South Melbourne being able to camp Heidelberg in, but off the back of a couple of Heidelberg chances early on.
Yeah, and it's looking like Heidelberg are actually controlling the midfield a little bit better than South Melbourne, and not to be expected given the lineups. So I just think South need to settle on the ball a bit and look to get some more movement through the midfield. They can drop off, if we can get Pollock dropping off deeper to receive, they might be able to look for that early switch. But yeah, you've got Fonua and Robers in the midfield holding 6 rolls, just blocking them off. Again, Richardson trying to come wide. Zoe Haratzis at the back, clearing the second time. Cindy Lay could have got a foul there. Pressure on the goalkeeper here. And another great touch.
So down here, round 9, NPLW at Lakeside Stadium. South Melbourne hosting Heidelberg. Got a few people watching online. If you've got any comments, do share them. We are watching. Hi to Chris Soyce. Melissa Taranto played last night for Calder against her former club in Galluccio. Caitlin Pickett watching. Michelle Verzi, former Heidelberg player. Caitlin Pickett back from overseas, her stint at the US College. Welcome home. Samuel Young, Vish. Melbourne Victory physio extraordinaire. And Sarah Sumner, I know you're here watching live as well, so shout out to Sarah Sumner. So if you've got any comments, any feedback really for Mel and I as you're watching NPLW here on a Sunday afternoon, would be happy to hear it. Richmond into Sidney Lay. Pollock. Searching ball forward. Asking a bit of Sarah Richardson to chase it. She's done well. Gets their first great ball into the box. On target, yes! Out of nothing, Hollingsworth smacks it in the back of the net. We have our first goal here. South Melbourne 1, Heidelberg 0. Well, seemingly just a little bit of a wide build-up with Richardson to chase that ball down. She's worked something out of nothing.
Yeah, that ball looked like it was lost by Richardson. It looked like nothing more than a bit of a hopeful searching ball, but she's managed to make something from it. Get a great delivery along the deck into the box, and then just a beautiful run from Hollingsworth from the back straight toward the penalty spot, and a classy finish in the top left corner. Nothing I don't think any goalkeeper in this league could have done about that one. So Fonua just needs to look to the next one as Heidelberg look to counter quickly. They're going to go through the right side through Gulia. I think this is going to be an early cross. Keeper came, tempted. Cindy Lay brings it down. I want to see South play through the midfield. I know they've lost Sakalis now, but Envari, I know I've seen her play through juniors. She's a classy player. So Heidelberg breaking into the box here. Another great ball. All cleared eventually by South Melbourne. Robers brings it down. Fonua. to Fonua. A misplaced pass, and Richardson off again on the right. Can she make something out of this one again? Wins the throw in. South will look to get up, push their line up. Heidelberg will look to go through Siri and Gulia on the wings, I think, a lot more, and look to get deliveries into the box. As Richardson goes again, does she want a corner? No, she just want to throw in. I think South will breathe a bit easier now with that one goal advantage, but definitely job not done here at Lakeside. 22 minutes played. Into Cindy Lay. Has very cleverly won a corner for South Melbourne. I think South will be dangerous on corners. Again, they go short. Richardson to deliver to penalty spot. Cleared by Gulia. Richardson. Oh, sorry, Richmond. My apologies. And here's Sidney Allen linking up with Garcia. Can't quite. And South will build through Pollock. It's a great ball through the midfield. And Vari, misplaced pass. Ellie Torre intercepted. And South will look to go again.
Lay in the middle, busy. Loose touch. Gathered by Gulia. Searching ball. She's done the hard work in the middle, but chases that one down. One to beat. Water ball into the middle. Garcia. Heavy first touch. Looks after. On the volley. Here we have it. Heidelberg. Close the deficit. Equalising here. 1-1. Lakeside Stadium. Coming off the back of Steph Gulia. Captain Courageous in the middle there. Able to win possession, a little bit of a give and go, and just attacks that space. Gets the outside of Sky Jensen on that occasion, puts the ball in the box. I thought it was done for Garcia's first touch. She did well, got after the second. And on the volley, was able to smash it past the goalkeeper. Here we have it, 1-1, 24 minutes gone. Lakeside Stadium, South Melbourne, Heidelberg.
Yeah, and as I just said a couple of minutes ago, Heidelberg were going to look to go through Gulia through the wide areas, and they did. And the key for that goal was the early ball from Gulia. Just perfectly weighted, right in Garcia's path. And again, as I've mentioned, Garcia's class was able to get the nice clean touch to get the ball under control and bang it in. And as we go Gulia again against Hailey Richmond, gets another ball in the box. I think that touch, Garcia was hoping for someone to be coming through. They've won it back through Robers. Allen, back to Robers. Found Garcia again. Trying to work something on her own. Didn't quite come off. Fonua to clear. Lay. Back to Fonua. Bit of pinball there for a second. Siri on the left. Can't quite make something of that. Richardson well defended. Lay again. And here's Hollingsworth. I know she's got pace. Very quick. Oh, early ball from Hollingsworth. Would have liked to see her take the line there. Invite Adriana Jones to get into the 18-yard box before delivering. South Melbourne throw.
So Heidelberg have now equalised. As a player, Mel, and a goalkeeper, perhaps you're sort of stuck at the back, not being able to score. We'll just go to play at the moment. Hollingsworth searching ball. Different page to Sarah Richardson on that occasion. But how important is it to get that equaliser back, to sort of swing that momentum and get yourself back on level pegging?
obviously it's crucial. You never want to be a goal down, you know, and goals are scored in moments in football, and one moment could be the difference between going back to 1-1 or going 2-0 down, and then, you know, the hill to climb just becomes that much bigger. So that's a crucial goal here for Heidelberg, and especially away from home. So they'll definitely be looking to build on that momentum now, and it's also a big mental battle as well, that they know now they can score here, and they'll be looking to get a second for sure before the halftime whistle. And Vari here, Pollock, Richardson, first time, couldn't quite find Adriana Jones. Again, I want to see Adriana Jones a bit more mobile, trying to get involved. As her opposite number, Garcia, is at the other end. She's coming in and showing feet in the midfield, and really giving the players around her an opportunity to play off of her. So I want to see Adriana come and look to get the ball at feet and get players in around her, like your Cindy Lays and your Sarah Richardsons, and see if South can build that way. Throw for Heidelberg on the right. Allen has won a free kick, potentially for a handball. Look to deliver into the box as Heidelberg push their tall timber in. It's a lofted ball. Keeper comes. Can't quite get a fist to the ball. And Heidelberg may have their first corner, I believe, of the day.
Yeah, well said, Maisels, in regards to, I guess, a mental battle perhaps players face in knowing whether or not they can score at a certain venue or that uphill battle. And we say it's the cliche in football, that 2-0 scoreline. But like you said, it only takes a moment in football for something to happen, for teams to concede, or for a team to peg one back. Delivered, corner by Allen. Siri backwards, gets ahead to it. Jones does well to find Hollingsworth. Turner does well, matched with pace. But again, South Melbourne able to maintain possession and move up the park. Papazanis with the throw-in. Fonua coming in, clearing. She's been busy so far. Almost half an hour gone. Sarah Richardson with the throw. Cindy Lay, first time. That applause there was for a return ball from the crowd here. Sydney Lay, top of the box. Hollingsworth inside. Scrappy, but Heidelberg avert the danger there at the top of the box. Both teams looking at a 1-4-3-3 in their setups. Richardson now on the left. Shot come cross, I think that one was, or cross come shot. Didn't really affect the goalkeeper, Fonua there. Happy to watch that sail very, very wide. So if you just joined us, it's 1-1 here, 30 minutes gone, Lakeside Stadium. An early change for South Melbourne. Sophia Salakis coming off with what appears to be an ankle injury. Miriam and Vari joining us. Ball now with Herakis. As mentioned, Miriam in place of Sakalis, finding a way into the game early on. Richardson, very experienced player. Nice footwork there. Through Pollock, looking for the switch of player. Finds Hailey Richmond. Just joined South Melbourne, we believe, midweek. And we see that speed of Hollingsworth down that left-hand side, rather. And South Melbourne with another corner. Cindy Lay with the delivery here. Bit of movement into the box. Right on top of the goalkeeper. Easy pickings for Christine Fonua. Clean hands there, really important for a goalkeeper. Searching ball, Gulia. Good channel for Heidelberg earlier on to find the equaliser, going early to that space out there for Gulia. And we welcome a few more people to today's broadcast on Facebook. None other than Rita Mankowska. I think she would have to be the most capped Heidelberg player. Certainly a club legend and part of the Premier winning Melbourne victory staff. So welcome, Rita. Hope you're enjoying the coverage and, of course, the amazing commentary by Kat Smith and Melissa Maisels this afternoon. Hollingsworth chased down a little bit of a loose ball there and bit of pressure there, but Heidelberg surviving with just the goal kick rather than, yet again, another corner for South Melbourne. Heidelberg looking to go long, although Galluccio here on the left-hand side. Ignored, goes long. Bit of a battle to win that second ball. Torre does well. Garcia, excellent so far being able to link up. Involves Turner. Loose pass. Cleaned up, none other than Cindy Lay. A comment earlier, is she the most underrated player in the NPLW? I'll let you out there decide. Send through your comments this afternoon. Gulia for Heidelberg. Robers unable to do much with that one. Hooked that out for a throw-in. As it stands at the moment, Calder on 24 points. FC Bulleen 21. South Melbourne on 19. Alamein 16. Heidelberg on 15 points. Bayside, beg my pardon, Box Hill trailing that on 15. Bayside 9. Galaxy 6. NTC 3. And Southern 0 points as yet for this season. It's early days. It's only round 9. But as we know, a top 4 final format. You do want to pick up these points throughout the season to stay in touch with that top 4.
Yeah, definitely. Just we'll watch as this ball goes forward. So, obviously, it's a long season. It's a 27-round season. So, teams obviously looking to make that top 4. You know, after 9 rounds, it's not all said and done. There's still plenty of time to creep up in there, but you do want to be winning those winnable games and obviously those 6-pointers, so to speak, against the teams in and around you to make sure that you do everything you can to stay in the top 6 or 7 and then continue to compete and creep into that 4. But Calder definitely establishing themselves as South have just turned the ball over here. Ball forward hasn't found a target, but Allen will press, and now they'll look to drop. And South will look to rebuild through Jensen. Gone long. Turner cleaned up. Fonua, Turner. Inside to Allen, who can be very crafty on the ball. Siri now advancing on the left, just inside the 18, has put a ball in. Handball looked like potentially Gulia not quite found it decent connection on the ball, but couldn't quite put it on target. It was blocked by, I believe it was Richmond dropping in for South Melbourne. And Heidelberg, yet another corner here, looking a lot more dangerous than they did in the first 15 minutes. So Heidelberg definitely have found their groove in this game, as Allen will deliver into the box. It's a great delivery and a good header from Galluccio, just about probably half a metre over the crossbar, I reckon, from here I could see. That will be definitely an area for Heidelberg to exploit. If they can be getting balls in the box and through corners and obviously crosses during play, they could find themselves in a good position, just given the height of South Melbourne's keeper. I know it's very important, obviously, as a keeper, to be able to come and impose yourself on those lateral balls. So just with a bit of inexperience and lack of height behind South's stand-in goalkeeper. As Richardson has been found here onside, drives into the box. She's gone low for a cross across the 6-yard box, but Fonua's collected. Needed to pull that one back a little bit more, Richardson, in order to pull it away from the goalkeeper. The South have found the ball again. Lay looking for a forward pass. Hollingsworth comes inside, looking to use her skills. She slipped it through, return for Lay. Heidelberg have cleaned it up, and Allen again in space. That ball with her left foot to find Garcia. Oh, heavy touch, but the keeper spilled, and they've just cleaned up through Jensen and won a corner for Heidelberg. But that ball.
What a fantastic ball there by Sidney Allen. Searching ball for Garcia. How potent are they when there's space available? That pace, we see Hollingsworth for South Melbourne and Garcia for Heidelberg. End-to-end stuff here at Lakeside Stadium. 38 minutes gone. It is 1-1. Heidelberg with the corner. Allen again. Top of the 6-yard. Keeper stays. Header! Ooh. Galluccio again, finding the header, Galluccio. And we just spoke earlier about the importance of the goalkeeper being able to come out and impose himself. Chose to stay on the line on that occasion, right or wrong, not sure, not a goalkeeper. But a chance again gone begging for Heidelberg. Loose ball from South Melbourne, cleaned up by Turner. Fonua. AJ, that's Adriana Jones for company. We have a throw in here. Starting to really open up this game end to end. It's still early on. First half. Plenty of the match to go. Great ball for Fonua. Finds Robers into Monica Fonua. Jamie Pollock tussling well with Sidney Allen. Both to grounds. Referee, let's play on. And just as I said that, we hear the whistle. Free kick awarded to South Melbourne. Crowd really starting to build up here this afternoon. Fantastic conditions here at Lakeside Stadium. So if you're in the area, do come down. We have a battle on our hands here. We have a great game. 1-1 at the moment. A referee calling it back. Not sure why. To the advantage of South Melbourne, because that one was just given away there by Hailey Richmond. Sky Jensen over the ball now. Finds Lay. Cheeky little trip over to Jones. Ooh. In the midst of trying to control that ball, she's just turned the body, used the arms, and may have just caught Galluccio on the nose there. Not exactly a Smalling versus Messi battle, but Galluccio is up and seemingly okay. But a tough one. She has attacked those corners well for Heidelberg, so I think she'll be right. Fonua, long. Sidney Allen looks for a little flick on for Steph Gulia. Ball for South Melbourne finds Hollingsworth. Round 1, round 2. Looking inside the box. Had runners, but Heidelberg's defence in Ali Torre and Fonua there clearing the danger. Another corner though. Another corner for South. That's making it 5 in the first half already. And we see how Heidelberg are attacking the ball there and creating chances. We'll see what South Melbourne have this afternoon. Lay to deliver. Inside the 6-yard. Pollock, cleared off the line. Galluccio off the line for Heidelberg. It seems Jamie Pollock attacked that one, got good connection, but Heidelberg at the death, right off the line, were able to clear that one. And then that second ball into the area, Adriana Jones almost connected. But nothing coming of that. It's cleared by Fonua. That's Christine Fonua. Siri, we know she's got pace. 2 for company. Sophie finds Lay. Jamie Pollock. That's Sophie Papasanis for South Melbourne, doing a lot of work down this right-hand side for South Melbourne, looking after the speed of Variety Series for Heidelberg. With the injury to Sophia Salakis in the first half, I'd say we've probably still got a good 6 or 7 minutes to play in this first half. Hollingsworth finds Anvari. Ball into the area. Richardson at the back post. Turner able to pop that one in the air, collected by Fonua. Gets the return ball. Siri. Here we go. Here's the danger for South Melbourne. Heidelberg really controlling this middle of the park. Gulia in space. Into the box. Garcia's there just over her head. Siri at the back post. Attack staying alive for Heidelberg. Looking for the combination. Robers getting involved. Fonua outside the box, pulls the trigger. Unfortunately, off a target.
Yeah, she hasn't quite connected with that one like she would have liked to. But yeah, it appears that, just trying to figure out if South are playing their normal diamond or box, actually, midfield. But they've got Richardson out wide, which I find interesting. Just with her feet and her vision, the balls that she is capable of playing, that she's in such a wide area. But you see South using their goalkeeper to try and play out to the left side, finding Richmond. Good first touch. Nothing doing up front. We've got a foul against South Melbourne. So yeah, just interesting the setup. They've got Pollock playing deep in that midfield, Anvari and Cindy Lay more of an 8 and 10 roles, with Richardson out wide, looking more like a 4-3-3, as Heidelberg delivering to the box. Well cleared by Jensen. Hollingsworth picks up the ball, can't quite get beyond Allen again. Using Robers. Hollingsworth's won it back. She looks to bring Anvari in. No, she's gone left and used Richardson, who's now actually found herself out on the left wing.
We just have the fourth official there, just indicating that we'll have 1 additional stoppage minute. Gulia intercepting that throwing, but the ball falling to Sidney Lay. Turner should be able to tidy this one up. 2v1. Easily finds Monica Fonua, I believe it is. Garcia, lovely little tidy touch, but unfortunately Siri couldn't bring that under control. A couple of notable absentees from South Melbourne today. Alex Gummer, not on the list, and Natalie Martin, who's still sidelined with injury, and that brings us to half-time. I'd imagine both coaches are very pleased with today's starting 45 minutes, but I'm sure they've got some key messages for their teams at half-time. Melissa Maisels, what do you make of the first half?
Yeah, I think it was a lot closer of a tussle than I thought it was going to be. And didn't expect Heidelberg to be able to control the midfield like they have. Again, South Melbourne pulling a player out of their regular box midfield and gone with what looks like a 4-3-3. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they come out in the second half, whether they can look to take back control of that or whether Heidelberg is still going to find those spaces through Fonua. Being able to then bring Allen into the game and deliver out wide, and obviously that's where where they got their equalising goal came through Gulia and a great early ball in and some classy touch and a finish. And we are back for our second half here at Lakeside Stadium. Contest between South Melbourne and Heidelberg United in the women's NPL on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I'm back here, Melissa Maisels with Kat Smith joining me, and score is locked at 1-1 after a great first half. Ball was pretty end-to-end. Heidelberg looked to have control of the midfield and looked to play a lot through their defensive midfield, look for balls out wide. South just need to get control of that again and have looked dangerous as well going forward through Richardson on the right. Really looking forward to a good second half here. Kat, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, just as we mentioned throughout that first half call there, Heidelberg being able to dominate that midfield possession, and something we're probably not used to against the South Melbourne with some of the names they have on paper, but let's not take anything away from Jamie Pollock and Cindy Lay there as we get underway here for the second half against, between South Melbourne and Heidelberg. Sky Jensen surging out of the back. Overlapping run with Hailey Richmond down this left-hand side. Gets their ball into the boxes. Cindy Lay, great connection. It was on target if it wasn't for Christine Fonua. What a reaction save.
I must say, some absolute textbook Matilda's play there from South Melbourne early on, with the left winger coming inside, left fullback making the run forward, and then a ball delivered from the left centre back wide, get an early ball in, great header and a brilliant save, good positioning by Fonua. Ball in here from Lay at the corner. Fonua's come, hasn't collected, but foul on the goalkeeper, I believe, has been called here. Yeah, brilliant play there from South Melbourne. That was exceptional. Again, as I said, straight from the Matilda's textbook there. And yeah, just the header there, straight to Fonua, and fantastic reflex save just above her head. As Heidelberg look to go forward for the first time in this second half. Ball from Fonua. Off Allen. Richmond to clean up. Through Jensen. Sold Garcia the candy there. And wide left to Richmond. Heidelberg have won it back. Through Torre and Gulia. Only to cough it up again. I don't think it was a matter of South being dominated in the midfield, more just that Heidelberg looked a lot more effective, and when they did, as they have right now, receive the ball in the midfield through Fonua, they just seem to have much more space than South have when they've received in the midfield. Gulia again wide, has been dangerous all day. A ball in to Garcia, who has found the back of the net, the bottom left corner there. That is the exact, as a number 9, that's the delivery you want. You want it on the deck, you want it hard and fast across the 6-yard box. And Garcia has just lost her man there, made a run towards the front post, and slipped that into the bottom left corner. I don't think there's much that goalkeeper could have done about it. Not much any keeper could have done about that finish. Really silky finish there. Kat?
Maisels, like you said, it was just textbook. That's what you want your number 9 doing, coming across and, if anything, dragging defenders for that second woman run. We go to Siri now. We know she's got pace. Ball out in front into the 18-yard box. Appealing for the corner. I think it might have been, but the referee is a lot closer than us, Melissa. And, you know, let's say she's called it right. It's a goal kick, but great start in the second half for Heidelberg. Away from home, the next 4 or 5 for them is at home at Olympic Village. So to get some runs on the board away from home, it's always good. Lay getting plenty of touches in the middle of the park, but very much every time she does, the ball goes backwards. And we're finding once Heidelberg are picking the ball up in the middle, they're looking to go forward. So much dangerous from that middle third from Heidelberg, and they're able to create more chances. Ball into the middle, finds Garcia. Decent first touch. She's taken the shot, although the offside was called well before. Referee not searching for the pocket for the yellow for kicking the ball after the whistle. Ball will be with Sky Jensen and South Melbourne. See if they can close the deficit here. South Melbourne 1, Heidelberg 2. Sarah Richardson. Similar position to where she was able to create their first goal for South Melbourne. Just taking on the defender on that occasion, this time using the support of Cindy Lay. Attack breaking down. Thanks for those watching this afternoon. We have round 9 of NPLW here in Victoria, South Melbourne versus Heidelberg. Sarah Richardson again, plenty of Heidelberg defenders for company. Garcia again, great link for Heidelbergs, and she's always there to sort of help them get the ball out of their back half. And here she is busy again, taking the throw in. Sidney Allen a little isolated by herself there, and South Melbourne will take the throw. We mentioned a little bit in the first half, Maisels, about, I guess, either the personnel or the structure in the middle of the park here between the two teams, but we see it again. Fonua picking up the ball with time and space around it to really try and pick out some of those forward runs from Allen, Garcia, Siri, or indeed Steph Gulia on this right-hand side. Hollingsworth. Fonua, that's Lisa Fonua coming across. Apologies if we are having any technical difficulties. We'll stay with play and fill you in if we do come back to screens throughout Australia. Jamie Pollock has it for South Melbourne. Richmond finding Hollingsworth. On the left, that one a little bit sprayed, like a Mickelson at the Masters this morning. We have the Women in Football Network launching Female Football Week on April 30th with a breakfast there. Keep an eye on all the socials for information there. So the Women in Football Network launching Female Football Week with a breakfast. That's later this month in April. South Melbourne with the throw-in on the far side. Lay using her body well, rather. Turned over possession, unfortunately. Jensen. And Vari. Sarah Richardson getting a lot of the ball in this second half, but had Alan Turner for company. She's done well, the left back for Heidelberg today. Jensen again. Richmond on this near fire, looking for the overlap. Pressure from Sidney Allen forces South Melbourne back. Great turn by Hollingsworth. Credit to Hollingsworth there for the cause. Looking dangerous out on this left-hand side. Pollock unable to get that one under control. However, Lay does. It's looking for Hailey Richmond, but Ball eludes both players there, Hailey Richmond and Stephanie Gulia. Not sure how we're going with our viewers with some technical difficulty, but we'll keep going. We'll bring you up to speed. 53 minutes gone. Heidelberg 2, South Melbourne 1. Garcia putting the centre-backs under some pressure. Jensen does, however, find some time and space. Under pressure as the eyes went down. Bit of a loose ball. Lisa Fonua to sister Christine. Bit of a hurried clearance. Pollock, surging run through the middle. Garcia again. Ball over the top from Sidney Allen. Flag staying down. Gulia from the edge of the box has a shot. Across the front. Of course, a dive from the goalkeeper, but we can say that was well off target, really.
Yeah, a couple metres off target in the end, but a decent effort. You do want to see her cracking him from there. Too often you see players just search for the perfect moment to have that shot. And, yeah, I like seeing a striker just take her chances. I want to see her put her laces through that and see if she can test the keeper in one of the top corners or even keep it low. But credit to Gulia for trying that one. Into lay. Back to Pollock. Again, coughed up in the midfield from South. They've bumped into each other. It looks like a foul on Allen there in the end. We've got Pollock down in the midfield. It was cleaned up by her own player there. So I'm not sure. Looks like we might be back on Facebook Live. I do want to see Pollock just advance up the field a bit. I think she's sitting a little bit too deep, and what's actually happening is we've got Allen and Garcia working so well together. Garcia, they've kind of been interchanging roles, playing a bit of a false 9 up there. Garcia has been, so she's been tucking into that 10 role for Allen. Allen's been then making that run in behind, and the way that they have been interchanging there, creating almost a 4v2 with Pollock sitting so deep, has created like a 4v2 in the midfield, and I'm thinking that's where Heidelberg have been finding their space through Fonua to deliver those wide balls to Gulia, who's on the ball here again. We'll look back to Torre. High, deep ball, and on the volley! Unreal, I believe, was Robers with the chest and volley for Heidelberg. Some really scrappy defending in the 18-yard box from South Melbourne there, and it's popped up. Heidelberg have found, was it Siri? My apologies, Siri with the chest and volley finish to Alexis Kuratsikos's right-hand side. And again, Heidelberg have won it back. Now with the 3-1 advantage, Garcia making the run, has had a shot on goal, straight to the keeper. But all the momentum with Heidelberg now, absolutely. And South with a big job here to do with 35-ish minutes remaining in this game here at Lakeside Stadium.
So we have Heidelberg United extending their lead here at Lakeside Stadium, now leading South Melbourne at 3-1. South Melbourne searching for an instant reply, however that one going too long for Sarah Richardson. South Melbourne with a little bit to do here at home. Find themselves trailing Heidelberg 3-1 early in the second half, 58 minutes gone. Does Cindy Lay have the answer? Controlling the ball here through the middle third. Sydney Allen, been busy all afternoon. Just causes the error there, ball out of play. Sky Jensen will clean this one up. Finds finds Hollingworth a long way from goal in the middle of the park. Torre, neat by Allen, finds Fonua. Searching ball into Garcia. A little bit too much to do there. Rovers, good in the middle. He's been able to turn South Melbourne defence around. Bit of space now for South Melbourne. You can see Fonua and Galluccio at the edge of the D there in the centre circle. So we might see this game open up. Certainly South Melbourne are going to have to throw everything they have against against Heidelberg this afternoon to see if they can peg back what is now a 3-1 lead to Heidelberg. Probably something that we didn't expect from South Melbourne here at home. Rovers. Neat one-touch football from Heidelberg. Christine Fonua. Galluccio. Hollingsworth into Pollock. Loose touch. Fonua again. Very effective for Heidelberg. Garcia unfortunately can't find the run of Gilead. Great forward ball. Just a little bit long for Anvari. Miriam Anvari coming on early in the first half. Sophia Sakalis, who went down with an injury. We look to the fourth official now. Looks like we're going to have another change for South Melbourne, and indeed again the earlier sub from the first half. Miriam Anvari off. Coming on for South Melbourne appears to be Kiara Honopoulos. Close? Probably not. My apologies there. We'll get the pronunciation right. But Siri, searching ball. It's a great ball for Garcia. Can she get the first touch around the defence? She does on the left foot. It's just gone high of the right-hand corner for Garcia. But again, so dangerous. She had 2 or 3 for company. But once she gets that first touch out of her feet, she's got a great eye for goal.
Yeah, and I think I said it early in the game as well that that would be where Heidelberg looked to exploit. Straight through that middle there, and South Melbourne probably not able to deal with that through the centre of defence, as South have actually just come through. Here's Hollingsworth on the ball, has a shot blocked, and we'll see another corner here for South Melbourne. One of very few attacking chances that they've had since that opening attacking chance, actually, where they could have netted to go 2-1 up in probably the first 15 seconds. They're now looking to deliver a corner into their attacking box. I just think they're going to struggle to break down the defensive shape of Heidelberg through the midfield unless they sort something out. Ball in, volleyed, cleared by Heidelberg, not beyond the 18 until Fonua heads away. Pollock back to Richardson on the right. If she can get a delivery in here, they've got numbers. Fancy feet on the left, cleared away by Fonua, and we'll have another corner for South Melbourne on the right. So as I was saying, I just think that Pollock needs to advance, and Adriana Jones needs to come in and help that midfield. If they're to see any success there, we've just it's very organised work from Heidelberg, with Garcia dropping in as a bit of a second 10 to block that midfield. So South Melbourne trying to respond. They've got a corner here. Pollock looming at the back. Delivered by Richardson. Pollock missed the ball. Hollingsworth picks it up. Tries to get it back in the area. Ooh, heavy challenge on the recent sub. It looks like we'll have a first card of the day, will we? No. But South Melbourne physio Coming on now, it is Kiara Chronopoulos. He's copped that heavy knock there at the top of the box. Now receiving treatment.
So a fairly unlucky day for South Melbourne with yet another player receiving some treatment. They've already gone to the subs twice already with plenty of time to go in this match. For those that were up this morning watching or looking for some football, women's football, we have the NWSL started again this morning. We've got plenty of Matildas in action across the league. And it was the Chicago Red Stars versus champions North Carolina Courage. And, of course, we want to see Sam Kerr in scoring form, and indeed she was that this morning in a 1-1 draw. So with the FIFA Women's World Cup not too far away, I think we're about 55 days before that first game in Paris. It's going to be a fantastic World Cup, something that I'm personally looking forward to. And if you keep an eye on all the socials, there's plenty of action to see some of the best footballers go head-to-head in the world. South Melbourne with a chance here. Ball into the box. Fonua came early, certainly has a presence about her and was able to get her hands to it, but it is yet again another corner for South Melbourne. That does take it their 9th corner this afternoon, so given they are trailing 3-1, these set pieces become more important throughout the game. Deep cross falls to Jones. Not sure whether that was intended to be goalward bound, but it did find Richardson again, and indeed another corner. This time Jones goes across to take it. Looks like it's set piece duties for her. This one along the ground, not clearing Lisa Fonua, the edge of the box there. Garcia again. Look to go on the turn. Pollock tidy. Richardson facing forward. Booming strike on the left foot, but off target. Great futsal player, Sarah Richardson. I know you would have faced her in your time. But back to the 11v11 version of the game. She has been around for many years. Bendigo local. And had her time with Melbourne Victory back in the day, and I just remembered tremendous engine. Well, she'll run all day, and I think that's something that South Melbourne are hoping she can do today if they're to peg back this 3-1 scoreline. Fonua. Torre. Ball over the top. Gulia will get there first. Bumps off Hailey Richmond into the box. Cross again. Flags up. But again, so dangerous, isn't it? Gulia just giving herself just that half metre to be able to deliver the ball in the box, and Garcia so good getting across the defender and being a target in the box for Heidelberg.
Yeah, and we just heard it from South Melbourne's coach there. Can't get caught like that. Hailey Richmond being caught a few metres beyond Steph Gulia, and Gulia able to ghost in behind with that ball looped over the top. So just South Melbourne today looking very shaky across the back there. Garcia's pace outdoing them. They've just coughed it up yet again. Gulia couldn't quite find Garcia on that occasion. Richardson now driving through the middle. If she can find Adriana Jones off the shoulder, can't quite, and it's a foul. Definite foul, and it could almost be a yellow ticket for that one, but at least the foul, and I think, what have you got? 9, that's 10 corners from South Melbourne, and now 3 or 4 free kicks in dangerous areas, or at least areas to deliver into the box. So you'd really want to see South Melbourne utilising these set pieces a lot better than they have done today. That one is a great ball in, and Sky Jensen on the lunge couldn't quite connect, and that one's gone for a goal kick. Much better delivery there from Adriana Jones, and I imagine that that's something that they'd want to be working on at training if they're going to be winning that many set piece opportunities. They're going to want to be exploiting them. So Fonua here with the goal kick for Heidelberg. About 20 minutes remaining in this match, not including stoppage. Pollock, Hollingsworth now. Looks inside. Adriana Jones holds it up. Back to Hollingsworth. Again inside to Pollock. Oh, sorry. The sub. Oh. Heavy challenge in the 18-yard box there. Bridie Siri, the most recent Heidelberg goal scorer, brought down there from Adriana Jones, trying to win back control of the ball in the 18-yard box. 20 minutes, so that's still plenty of time, Kat, for South Melbourne to get a goal back and reinvigorate their game. Hollingsworth cleared by Galluccio. Garcia gives chase to Jensen, who's done well to find her keeper. One touch. Back to the keeper now. South still looking to play out from the back, which I like. They just need to find that link through to the midfield and then to go forward. Cindy Lay, haven't said her name much in this second half yet. Fonua picks it off in front. Allen clipped over the top to Garcia. Oh, brought down in the box. And that is a penalty for Heidelberg. Very well won by Garcia. Did well to outmuscle for the initial header to gain possession, and then on the second challenge, Jensen has brought her down, and that's a penalty for Heidelberg, who will look to now go 4-1 up in this contest at Lakeside Stadium, away from home. And it looks like Garcia will remain and take the penalty. Only fair if she's just won it. Alexis Karatsikos in goals for South Melbourne today. Inexperienced, but hasn't been hesitating. Let's see if she can pull one out for South here and keep them in this game. And it has gone wide left. Garcia, unable to regain her composure after winning the penalty, has pulled it left. Kat.
Yeah, great work by the young goalkeeper for South Melbourne, and maybe that was just the pressure she needed to put on Garcia. But given Garcia's form, you would have backed her in to score that penalty and extend the lead. So a lifeline for South Melbourne here. You can see right on this near side, it's getting a little bit feisty. Players going in everywhere. Look, we like to see passion in the game, but we don't want to see players overstep the mark here, and can see how important this game is for both teams. Galluccio and Adriana Jones, if you didn't see it, they did hug it out, extended the hand of friendship. And some of the more cooler heads coming in to settle down this situation. A yellow card has been shown. We'll try and get confirmation of who's picked up that yellow card. But as you can see now, Garcia just motioning to her teammates just to get themselves under control. But in a game that's got everything at the moment. Referee just having a word to South Melbourne staff. But here we go. This is what we want to see. The ball back on the pitch. Toure using her body well. Wins herself the throw early into Monica Fonua. Garcia Neat little first time to Sidney Allen. Geez, don't they have a good partnership? Sky Jensen and Garcia just getting in there with a bit of a slide, giving up the possession to South Melbourne, but certainly not any territory, putting Sky Jensen under pressure there. Hailey Richmond, what we believe is her first outing for South Melbourne after spending time at FC Bulleen and also with Melbourne City in the W League. So we might have to check the match report after today's proceedings, but I do believe it may have been a yellow card to Hailey Richmond or maybe Ali Toure. Speaking of Richmond, early ball, Hollingsworth chasing down hard. Ali Turner coming in from her left-back position, covering well for Galluccio there. Fonua opts to go long. She's done often today. Pollock. Talay. Steph Gulia. Captain Courageous coming back and winning possession there, feeding Fonua, but unfortunately couldn't get the ball forward. Jensen again for South Melbourne. She's searching for options, but not a lot happening for South Melbourne forward. We spoke earlier, Adriana Jones, can she be a little bit mobile up front? Hailey Richmond. Horonopolis. She did well to beat two, but you can hear the groans from the South Melbourne crowd here. The referee's seen something she's entitled to. She's called it back, a free kick for Heidelberg. We know that South Melbourne have gone to their bench twice already this afternoon. Heidelberg yet to make any subs, and things looking very calm on the Heidelberg bench at the moment, as they would be leading 3-1 here at Lakeside Stadium. 76 minutes gone. Galluccio. Nothing wrong with that over the top. Garcia. Delightful first touch. Had to turn away but found Turner. Again, Garcia. Timely channel from Lay. Garcia might be just catching her breath there. As I said, a good challenge from Sidney Lay there. Whilst we have this little break in play, just another reminder, Women in Football Network are launching the Female Football Week with a breakfast on April 30. Check all of your social channels for the details there. What a wonderful celebration of football and indeed females in football throughout that week in April. Siri calls for offside and indeed awarded Garcia there. Just offside as the touch came quite early off her teammate. Taking charge, South Melbourne just looking to get the ball forward early, perhaps a little bit rushed. There is plenty of time. Perhaps they just need to build up from the back and maintain some possession. They've done it well. Jensen, clever around the corner. Give and go. She gets it back. Unfortunately, can't find the forward ball to Hailey Richmond, who was pretty much had chalk on her boots on the touchline here on the left-hand side. Loose ball out the back, chased down by Garcia. Clever footwork, sold against some more Candy. Siri in the box on the left. Plenty of defenders there for South Melbourne to block that one. But can they get the ball out of their half? They're struggling at the moment, Maisels, to really maintain some possession. We know they're so dangerous through the middle. They've always had numbers through that midfield. Perhaps they're missing the likes of Nat Martineau, who's still sidelined with injury. We mentioned Alex Gummer earlier, and again, another defender, Leah Varley, who's her presence at the back and her ability to really drive the ball out, perhaps is missing today, but take no credit away from Heidelberg. A fantastic job so far at Lakeside Stadium here. Round 9 of NPLW, leading 3-1, 78 minutes gone. Tidy work, Sarah Richardson. Does come unstuck. Garcia finds herself with time and space in the box, and it's on the left foot, and it's top corner. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a hat trick to Garcia. She puts the ball where no goalkeeper could reach, and it now is 4 Heidelberg, 1 South Melbourne. Melissa Maisels, what do you make of that?
Oh, it's obviously fantastic work by Heidelberg, that little neat and tidy 1-2. Garcia receiving the ball back and then obviously placing that in the top left corner. I do, however, question whether maybe Alexis Karatsikos could have made a better attempt at that. I'd like to see her at least take off and make a dive towards that. One Paul Jones once told me you save, none of the shots that you don't dive for. So just would have liked to have seen her take off and have a crack at picking that one out of the top corner, but obviously didn't take nothing away from the finish there.
So if things stay as they are, we will see Burgers go up to 18 points, depending on the result between Alamein and Bayside this afternoon. It could mean that they move themselves up into 4th spot, but we won't make any concrete predictions as yet. But it does seem like things are going Heidelberg's way this afternoon. Garcia there, another one moving forward. Attempted the turn there. Quite dangerous going forward. She's always looking to penetrate that South Melbourne defence. Looks like Pollock has dropped back to try and settle things for South Melbourne and perhaps create something going forward. Jones able to face forward now. Uses Jensen. Looking to get it back. She's got the pace. And forces the Heidelberg Ali Torre to give up a corner. Will what be the 11th corner for South Melbourne this afternoon? And they'll be surely looking to close this deficit, perhaps bring it back to 2-4. Plenty of numbers in the box. Decent delivery. Fonua puts it down right into the oncoming South Melbourne attacker. But again, is that Galluccio on the line, saving it for Heidelberg. That's 2 today. What is that luck for Heidelberg? Is it the way they set up their defensive set pieces? If so, Michael Ludus, well done. It certainly paid off this afternoon. Far too much time and space for Sidney Allen in the middle there. First touch, ball out to Gulia. This has resulted in a few goals so far for Garcia. Ball inside. She was there. She was looked for. It's gone through. Siri unable to find the ball in the box. Hollingsworth looks to go alone. Appeals for handball. No. Says the referee. And Heidelberg will get the throw. How dangerous are Heidelberg looking going forward? What can South Melbourne do to stop them? And indeed any other team in the competition. Heidelberg are looking dangerous.
They are, and it's that link up between Garcia and Allen that's just absolutely potent. But I think that if you had a real good look at the game today, you'd find just South Melbourne get caught flat-footed. Sky Jensen, Zoe at the back there, they just get caught flat-footed. And the runs from Gulia and Garcia just ghost in. And by the time their centre-backs turn, Gulia and Garcia are already off on goal. So I think big thing that South Melbourne will be looking at this week, if they do video analysis, I know they will look at this, but they need to work on that back four, body shape, awareness of those runs in behind, and making sure that they're aware and equipped to track those runs, because they've just been caught out on so many occasions, today. And here's Hollingsworth, driving run through. She's found the 18-yard box and slipped it. Oh, just wide of Fonua's goal with outstretched arms. Potentially, can't quite tell from this angle. Could have had it covered, but ball has slipped wide left. It was a great run from Hollingsworth. picked that up around the middle third and just weaved through about 3 or 4 Heidelberg players there to find herself a shooting opportunity. Couldn't quite connect with that ball as she would have liked, but a good chance there for South Melbourne to see if they could peg one back in the last 10 minutes here at Lakeside Stadium. Richmond to Adriana Jones. Now you want to see a player of her level, W League level, being able to create something here. Hollingsworth, Cindy Lay with a deft of touches, and she has sprayed that wide. Bit of a story of South Melbourne's day, that shot from Cindy Lay.
Lay there, unable to get that shot on target. But it's the pressure. It's the pressure from Heidelberg there. They've been great around their own 18-yard box, making sure that there's no clear shots from South Melbourne. And you can see down the other end, they've just been clinical. Garcia already with the hat-trick. Could have had 4. She was awarded the penalty by the tackle with Sky Jensen, but unfortunately sprayed that one wide. With play now, Hollingsworth, lovely turn to face forward. Richardson had the shot on the left. Again, Lay, good touch to set herself up, but the pressure, Fonua, she's tidied up everything this afternoon. Pollock, likewise for South Melbourne, still busy, still fighting, trying to create something for South on that occasion. But the pace of Siri gives Heidelberg the out. Chased down well. Loose ball, though. Defender does well. Tidy up here. Alexis finds Zoe. Into Kiara. Sarah Richardson. Oh, lovely ball from Hollingsworth. Jones waiting for it in the box. Opted to go back to Hollingsworth. Trying to lose a defender. Does well on the right. It sailed high and over the crossbar, but Hollingsworth, she's still pushing. She still feels that South can get some goals back in this last 5-6 minutes. But on that occasion, the ball going high and didn't really trouble Fonua. But Fonua, she's had to make some saves this afternoon. Could certainly be a different scoreline if it wasn't for the reaction saves and Galluccio on the line for Heidelberg. Toure and Gulia. Ball falls out back for Jensen. Just puts a foot through it. We know South are looking to get it forward early. Jones, she'll get there. She's got the legs on the left. Looks to cut it back. The volley wide from Horonopoulos. We see South going to the bench again. We have Georgia Candilis making her way onto the park, and Cindy Lay will get herself an early shower. Pollock in the middle wins the header. Ball bouncing around at the moment, but Sarah Richardson able to settle things down. Pollock, very calm and composed under pressure, isn't she, Pollock? Very technically gifted player. However, ball's given away, and this is not the player you want to give it to. South Melbourne just conceding there that foul. Sidney Allen was very much driving forward. Heidelberg can really take their time here. Leading here at Lakeside Stadium, South Melbourne 1, Heidelberg 4. Certainly not a scoreline we would have predicted before today's proceedings. Garcia with 4. Beg my pardon, should have been 4 with that penalty, but has the hat-trick. Sidney Allen over the ball. She looks for the top corner. It's hit the crossbar. Goalkeeper didn't know too much about it. Scrap in the box. Finally away by South Melbourne. Do concede the corner. But what a strike from Ellen. Gee, she's been busy today.
Yeah, very busy. She is definitely a player to watch, and she's a player you'd like to see have a crack at W League even. In about 6 months' time when we ramp up again. But we know those visa spots are very hard to come by. Only 4 or 5, I think it is these days, per team, including that guest player. So it's players like Garcia and Allen that, or as the ball's delivered and across the face of the goal, it's players like Garcia and Allen that, if they didn't happen to be visa players, obviously would be fantastic additions to any W League side. But you do like to hear when W League coaches give opportunities for at least players who do travel from overseas to at least trial for one of those visa spots before obviously looking to contract a player in. But very classy players in Allen and Garcia for Heidelberg. Some great recruits by Ludus in the off-season. As we've got a sub here, we've got Siri coming off, and Izzy G coming on for Heidelberg to see out the final, what will probably be about 15 seconds of regulation time and maybe 2 minutes, I think I can see, of added time for the goal. As Hollingsworth comes forward, cleared away by Galluccio for a corner. South Melbourne about to take their 12th corner of the day, yet to find the back of the net from set piece. Headed by Pollock and saved by Fonua. Fantastic hands, diving low and left to hold on to the ball and keep the scoreline at 4-1 for Heidelberg, as we have just seen the board go up. 2 minutes. That's 90 seconds remaining in this contest here at Lakeside Stadium between South Melbourne and Heidelberg. Heidelberg looking to go forward again through Gulia. Ball inside. Torre again finds Allen. Central. Wins the ball and has driven into the box. If this comes across the face, ooh! Driven at about head height there. Probably wanted to keep that on the ground, but they had runners. They had Garcia, Turner, all going in, making runs at that 6-yard box, and it could have been their 5th there for Heidelberg. Really well worked by Allen. Lots of praise for Allen today from me, Kat. Definitely has been critical in this in gaining this result for Heidelberg. South looking to play out. Again, they've coughed up possession, trying to play through the midfield. Richardson, great touch there on the right-hand side. Finds Hollingsworth. Battle between Hollingsworth and Galluccio, where Galluccio's won out. I think just her strength there was sensational from Galluccio to keep Hollingsworth from making that darting forward run, which she has done a few times today. Haratzos there with some good footwork, but coughed up again. And Gulia with the ball at the top of the 18. Fancy feet. Swivels away from the players. And Allen with the shot, and it's gone top left! She's sealed the deal! Allen with an absolutely class of a finish has received the ball from some great feet from Gulia, and popped that in the top left corner. That one I will not criticise any goalkeeper for. That was absolutely top bins there from Allen. And we've got a player down here from South Melbourne. It is the sub, Chiara Hernopoulos, down and looking in quite a bit of pain here. Trainers were called on immediately and she's down. Ref has blown the whistle and the game is over. We have a 5-1 result for Heidelberg.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's 5 to Heidelberg, 1 to South Melbourne. Just to recap our goal scorers this afternoon, it was Hollingsworth who kicked off with a goal in the 20th minute for South Melbourne, but since then it was all Heidelberg. Garcia on the 24th minute, again on the 47th.
Siri chipped in on the 57th with her goal. Again, Garcia, 79th minute after missing an earlier penalty. She wrapped up her hat trick within 80 minutes. But then, Alan, we just saw that amazing goal, top bins as Maisel called it, on the 90th minute, and we see things wrap up here at Lakeside Stadium for NPLW Round 9. Thank you very much. I'm Kat Smith. Thank you, Melissa Maisels. Hope to have you all watching and listening again next round. Take care.
Fantastic stuff. The women now are 6-3 overseas. The 6 games before they won